got something to say, boys. I've got something to say. Just as soon as I find a way, boys, I've got something to say.
What's up, Luke?
What's up, Logan?
This is the Free Speech or Bust podcast. I still gotta tweet this out here. Go watch now. First things first, make sure you follow FPLogger64, whatever the hell Luke's Twitter is. What's that,
It'll
Luke?
be in the description.
Okay, but what about for people who are not on YouTube?
I'll tell it at the end.
Just say it now.
I don't know it off the top of my head. Jesus Christ, go on.
Okay, well, also you gotta follow at Free Speech or Bus, because they would not let us put the T in there. And we did not do one last weekend. The reason was because Easter celebrations. Damn it, Michael, he's an idiot. Oh my god, they're arguing in our damn Discord server. They're just fucking idiots. Alright, so, while we were gone, but actually, no, I don't think we missed this, because I think this happened during the week. Let me pull up a date. YouTube shooting. Let's get on my facts.
We did not prepare too heavily tonight.
No, he didn't. Whatever.
Good enough.
Whenever the hell this happened. Anyway, so some girl went, the chick went, she shot up at the YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California. And
Killing all herself.
the only
This was the dog nobody wanted.
what the hell?
She was rescued from a fighting house. It was
Oh, a stupid ad on CNN. Why the hell am I in CNN? That's fake news. But anyways, there's a couple of reasons that this is something I want to talk about, because it highlights two issues. One is all the problems with YouTube, and two is just sort of I have not seen as big a reaction with this one as something like Parkland with the gun thing. But so supposedly what we're looking at is this chick's motive, because she was someone who did upload to YouTube. By the way, looking at it all, I've not watched any of her videos. I refuse to, because I don't know. She just looking at the picture of her, she looks super creepy. Like she is.
She looks like the person who would shoot someplace up.
Exactly. Just looking at it, just looking at pictures of her, is already turn off. But supposedly she did it because YouTube was demonetizing her, deleting her videos, and she was just fed up. So she helps people. Obviously, that reaction or the punishment does not fit the crime. I think we can agree with that. Lots of the stuff on Figures Pictures has been, demonetized. How many times have I ever shot up YouTube headquarters?
0. Even if you did, I highly doubt it'd be on the it would not be on the news for more than maybe 2 days.
Well, yeah. I think the reason we're seeing it wasn't with the gun thing is because this was already in a place where Matthew's complaining that the damn audio is low. Turn your volume up, because my audio is all the way up. I cannot turn my audio any higher. It is actually impossible. But anyways, see, Mason just told me the audio is fine. Anyways, I think the reason we're not seeing this being used to fuel the anti-gun arguments is because it just doesn't fill out all the necessary requirements, right? This was in a state, California, which big government states, nearly impossible to get a gun in the area that she shot up YouTube headquarters in. Also, it's looking like she was a Muslim. She was not a straight white male. It just does not fill out the necessary requirements for an evil person, according to the left. And Luke, you're very quiet.
Well, you're talking, Logan. I decided I would not be rude tonight.
Well, do you like have any opinions or something?
I feel like she's a dumb bitch who got literally triggered over. Okay, granted, this was her only source of income. I can understand her.
Was
feeling
it her
very
only
frust-
source of income?
That's why I said if.
Oh,
Then I would say, then I would understand her, little temper tantrum. But to go
wouldn't.
into
I
a
don't-
place
I
and
don't
shoot
understand.
it up.
I'm sorry, but just because, first of all, YouTube does not owe this broad anything. Okay,
Well, I mean, she didn't deserve to be demonetized.
I agree with that. I fully agree with that. But like as I said earlier, the punishment does not fit the crime.
That's what I was getting to.
How many times compare how many times I've been demonetized to how many times I have pulled a gun on someone and shot them?
It is probably from demonetized to pulling a gun is probably 50 to 0.
True. Well, I have pulled like BB guns on people, like this one I'm holding right now. It's a semi-auto. I believe it's from Daisy. Yeah, it says it's the
I know you pulled it on
Powerline
your sister
415.
before.
No, not this one. I don't think I've ever aimed this gun at another person. But this other one over here, it's really shitty. My brother gave it to me. It's an airsoft gun. It can either do semi-auto or fully auto. It's clear plastic, has the orange tip and all. Shoots plastic BBs. Not very hard. I shot Joey with this one time, and he went and he told on me. Actually, one time I shot Joey with a Nerf gun, and he went and told on us. And we got in trouble.
That's
Yeah,
nuts.
honestly, that kid, Joey's my cousin, for those listening, but Joey has always had the lowest threshold of pain ever. Like, you would poke him and he would start crying. Not even joking. It was so bad, his parents thought he had, like, a disease or an illness or something wrong with him.
I mean, he probably does. He's probably just a bitch.
Well, there may be some autism there, but nothing of the symptoms that he has or had, whatever the case may be, does he actually have now.
Oh, so he's like grown up now. Well,
No.
he's more
You know
grown
what?
than
You
he
know,
was.
literally, me and Matthew, like, if you rub your hands like this, I don't know if the mic's picking it up, but, like, you rub your hands like this, like, to keep warmth or whatever, he will freak out. Like, he'll get super mad at you, and he'll start, like, hitting you and shit, because he doesn't like the noise. I'm serious. This is all 100% accurate
Like
information.
this.
Yeah, like that. Or, like, I remember one time I was, like, rubbing my toes together because I had an itch in my toe regions, and he came up and he hit me. Can you believe that?
Like how hard? And where?
Not hard. He's not a strong person. I'm going back. There's a lot of memories that I have of just JJ acting fucking retarded. But I think we do I really even need to touch on like the gun rights aspect of this? I don't think so.
Well, I'm gonna get into that now with South Carolina threatening to secede.
Okay, why is
back
South
in the
Carolina threatening to secede?
I said North. I meant South. I apologize.
No, you said South.
Okay, I thought you. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Okay, a South Carolina Republican congressman is not backing down from critics after he pulled out his own personal and loaded .38 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun during a meeting with constituents Friday. U.S. Representative Norman told the Post and Courier he pulled out the weapon he placed it on the table for several minutes in an attempt to make a point that guns are only dangerous in the hands of criminals or those with ill will.
Wait, so
For
did
those who-
he flag anybody with this gun?
No, he just put it on the table.
Oh, okay, I see. Mason last night sent me this video of this guy, and it was called like #OneLast. I forget what was happening, but he starts off the video. He has, I think it might have been an AR, but whatever the case may be, he had a rifle and a sawzall on a picnic table, and he said that I need to get rid of this item because this item is
And he
causing so
commits a
much.
felony by cutting the barrel.
No, do you know what he actually does?
No.
When he's talking about the item that's so dangerous to him and his family, he picks up the sawzall and he sets it up on a target and he starts shooting it with his AR-15. But
I'm glad that
I understand because it looked like a
almost.
really shitty sawzall. Like then it wasn't even like a recognizable brand. It's like
Really?
yeah. So it was just like a really shitty sawzall that he was shooting. Okay, I'm sorry. Did you have anything else you need to say with the South Carolina threatening to secede? How big is the movement for them seceding? Like, is this a large
To
thing?
be honest, it's probably gonna disappear in a couple of weeks.
You know,
But the fact that a representative, like actually elected, put forth a bill, like in the South Carolina legislation, shows that it's probably more serious than other movements like in Texas and California.
Texas actually is a part of its constitution that at any given time allows them to split up into 4 separate states.
And that's probably what they're trying to do, but that disappeared after a while from like the mainstream news. And this is what he said here. I'm tired of these liberals jumping on the guns themselves as if they are the cause of the problem, Norman said. Guns are not the problem. So Logan, I have a question for you.
Ask away.
If I stab you with a knife, did I just commit a murder or assault with a deadly weapon at least?
I would say assault. Yeah, definitely.
Now, if I shot you, is it the gun that's gonna get charged or me?
It's definitely actually. If you shot me, I'd just beat your ass.
Not
I
where I would
would
be.
not call the police. I would just beat your ass. I might even shoot you. Do you ever think about that? Why are you trying to shoot me?
Because it's a... Okay, fine, let me use another... What if Michael decides to, after all these fat jokes, he just decides to pull a gun on me and shoots me?
Well, then if you could technically file a police report against Michael and have him charged with assault because he shot you.
Exactly, it would be him who would be charged with assault, not the gun. So why do people blame the guns when it's a mental and people problem?
Okay, I'll tell you why they blame the guns. They blame the guns because I hate to get all conspiracy, but I'm talking about NWO. I'm talking about New World Order. I'm talking about a corrupt government. I don't know. People say that it's not going to happen, but I believe it. I believe it's going to happen. That's why the Second Amendment is so important.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Luke, when I'm older, I'm going to start my own private militia.
Good luck with that, Logan.
I'm going to do it. It's true. What I'm going to do is
Chuck Latto brings up an excellent point. Guns don't kill people. Bullets kill people. Politicians should be taking focus off of gun control and onto bullet control.
I'm not even looking at the live chat. Oh my gosh. Look at all this shit in the live chat.
Oh, the live chat? Oh, no.
No, not the Discord, like the...
Oh, the actual YouTube chat? Yeah, I see that as well. All right.
I'm
Logan,
not
are you
even
ready to get on to your next topic?
paying attention to that. Oh shit, I just exit out of here. I was gonna say something until I got distracted. Oh yeah, I was talking about my plan for my private militia. Here's what's gonna happen: is somewhere in
He just
Ohio.
gives out his entire plan to the authorities.
No, this is so they know not to come. Oh yeah, maybe should I give away my plan?
No, you should not, dumbass.
All right, I almost made a good mistake. Good looking out there, Luke. Anyways, it's Conor McGregor. He is now being charged with assault, and dude, he's Irish. I didn't even know that.
Oh, never mind. All right. Why did he get charged with assault? What did he do?
Because he was fucking like throwing shit at people. Supposedly, because this was at like a UFC event, and he was throwing shit at a bus that had apparently a bunch of like high profile UFC guys in there, like just corporate guys, suits and shit. And he got arrested. Uh, he's being charged with assault and it's looking like he may never fight again. Now people are asking if he's gonna stay in jail. Well, obviously not, because he's fucking rich as hell. Conor McGregor apparently was just released on a $50,000 bail. You know what I've always wondered?
What?
You see that this Conor McGregor has a $50,000 bail. Where does that $50,000 go to?
The state.
The hell do they need with that money?
Taxes. You know how greedy they are.
Well, yeah, but they don't need money to tax people.
This is... Wait, where did this happen?
New York, I believe.
Okay, I was about... Well, New York is run by Democrats, and they are very
true.
money hungry.
You're not wrong. So here's the thing. I don't... People are saying that Conor McGregor may never fight again. I disagree. I think the whole reason of having Conor McGregor in the UFC is because he starts controversy. Yeah, you watch him like shit talk people and get in fights and all this crap. It causes all sorts of a ruckus or controversy. It's just him being really rowdy, and it sort of attracts a lot of new people to watch in UFC. I honestly think it's
not a bad marketing scheme, to be honest.
All press is good press.
That's true.
I honestly believe that's Conor McGregor is just a shit stirrer. That's what he does. Are you Luke? Are you a big UFC guy?
I want to. No, but I want to get in.
I'm not like an avid follower of it, but when I do watch it, I'm like, holy shit, this guy is just. Especially when he wants like cage fighting, it's like fuck. It's very rare that you can just see like two guys just in an organized format going at it. You know what I mean? It's definitely different than boxing. It's also definitely different than like just a street fight. Like MMA is super neat to watch. I want to see a charity MMA fight between
who?
Mason and John.
Yes.
Because John does like taekwondo and Mason does karate. You do karate too. For those who don't know, Luke Oliver does karate. He's a purple belt. Now he's silent. Was I not supposed to say that?
Oh no, I'm telling Caleb off at the current moment.
Dude, stop! Get out of the live chat. Just pay.
I will as soon as I set him straight.
Oh my god, Luke, just pay attention. I turned off the live. I'm done looking at it because it just always keeps us away from what we're talking about. I said Luke Oliver is a purple belt, for those who didn't know.
Yes, I am, and I will rank up in blue in a couple of weeks.
What is like the order? Like, what are the colors?
It goes white, yellow, orange, purple, blue, green. Then there's like 3 different degrees of brown belt, and then I get the black.
John is a black belt in Taekwondo.
Well, yeah, but he's been doing it since like elementary or middle school.
I remember because John signed up for it, and I wanted to sign up for it too. My mom wouldn't let me. That would be crazy. What if she did let me, and it turns out I was like really good, and I was like the best, I don't know, Taekwondo person in the country.
After I get done with karate or before senior year starts, I hope to have a first degree black belt. I hope to start taking up Krav Maga. I think that's how you pronounce it.
What the hell is that?
It's supposedly the deadliest martial art in the world, created by some Jew during the Holocaust.
Why the hell did, I don't know, was he trying to like teach all the people to like rise up in case Hitler ever got to the U.S.?
No, this happened in like Europe.
You know what this reminded me of? What the hell is what? It happened in like China. Let me look this up. Like box kung fu there was something in China, the Boxer Rebellion. I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember learning about that.
So it was like, I believe it was like the United States and like some other Western countries, like when they were getting involved with when they were getting involved with China. Meanwhile, when was this happened? Or when did this happen? Not when was this happen?
Like the early 1900s, late 1800s.
Early 20th century. So this was before China had any money, because this was back when China was like super isolationist. They had no trade at all. This was during like the progressive period when the U.S. started wanting to actually open up trade with China. And eventually, like I guess like a bunch of these Chinese guys who did kung fu didn't like that. So they tried fighting off like the United States military. But the problem is the United States military has guns, and Chinese just had kung fu.
Actually, no, they don't. They had like bows and arrows.
No, they had kung fu. I like to believe that they were just running at like these army dudes, like with trying to karate chop them, and they were just getting shot.
Just think about the balls they had to do that, though. Either really brave or really stupid. Or both.
What the hell is wrong with Asians doing like kamikaze and shit? Actually, I heard that like the Japanese kamikaze was just on meth.
It would not surprise me.
Apparently, so was like Hitler. That's why he had so much energy during his speeches, man. The fuck was that?
I have no clue.
You better not still be putting shit in the live stream chat.
I'm not. I just put one thing.
Just leave it. Just close out. Just close out, man.
Fine, I will.
There's no reason for you to be doing that.
I like telling people off. What can I say?
Just ignore it.
I am.
What was that?
Alright, is it your turn or mine?
Yours. Do your damn job.
Fine. We are going into the zombie raccoons terrorizing a town in Ohio.
Really? What towns?
Youngstown, so not too far from here. Police in Youngstown, Ohio have responded to over a dozen calls from concerned humans. I love how they had to be specific with that. They have spotted raccoons behaving strangely, according to local news outlet WKBN. The raccoons were seen popping up on their hind legs, baring their teeth, and then falling over in a comatose state. The animals weren't easy to scare off and have seemed to lost their natural fear of humans. Another odd thing has been that the majority of sightings and calls happen during the daytime, even though raccoons are nocturnal. They have received calls about 14 raccoons over the past 3 weeks, and the Ohio Department of Natural Resource said it doesn't sound like rabies, but rather a disease called distemper. If this diagnosis is correct, it is not transmissible to humans, but can be spread to dogs who come in contact with these so-called zombie raccoons. So, what is your opinion on this, Logan?
So has anyone had any like serious like health repercussions or injuries due to this?
Well, they want to receive direct help, as in the virus can't transfer to humans, but I don't think anybody's been attacked.
So are like a bunch of raccoons dying now?
Probably not.
I just want to know how this is gonna affect the ecosystem in Youngstown.
Yeah, I'm dropping the link in the live chat so you can. Yeah, there's a picture right there. Good morning.
You just put that shit in the guest chat. Are you stupid?
Well, I'm sorry. I still had to. It's just so Caleb and everybody else.
Dude, these raccoons probably just have like rabies.
I just said it's not rabies.
Yeah, but that's probably what it is.
Even though the symptoms don't match rabies?
Yeah. I don't know any. Oh my god, I don't know what the hell that was.
Yeah, you just vanished.
No, the podcast is not over. I don't even know what the hell. I just lost like all my connection there for a bit.
Are we gonna restart?
No.
Okay.
How long was I gone?
Like a good 2 minutes.
Because the stream is still being. It was not 2 minutes.
Okay, a minute.
That was not a minute. Look, you're.
Yes, it was.
Look, do you even know?
I texted you at 10:01 asking where are you, and now it's 10:02.
Yeah, but it was like the end of 10:01.
You,
Whatever. I can fix it later. Cause the stream is still being continued. I'm pretty sure I can just like cut it out. What the fuck were we talking about before it happened?
the zombie raccoons. This.
I'm actually really fucking pissed off right now.
Matthew, shut up. Alright, anyways, let's just continue.
With what were you saying?
I told you, the zombie raccoons.
Yeah, but like what about that?
I don't know, it's kind of over what your turn.
Yeah, I'm pissed right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Dude, okay. Whatever. Because I don't have any more topics. My computer just does this shit where it'll randomly I'll lose like internet connection and I have to unplug and plug back in my power line adapter. It has never done this. Actually, the only time it's ever done this while streaming was during one of the after shows. And it's just my luck that it's, finally caught up to me. Karma's caught up, and it happened during the fucking podcast. Okay.
That's very unfortunate.
It is. It is. And, this is just really terrible because we came in unprepared. But you know what? I have an easy solution, Luke. I have an easy solution.
Let everybody in.
No.
Okay.
So do you fucking want me to?
No, not really.
Okay. I'm just going to talk about something cheery.
Okay, that sounds good.
Let's talk about Luke Oliver's new gaming PC
Alright.
that we built for him.
Yes.
Luke, let's hear about it, Luke. Tell everyone.
It is fucking beautiful. Like, I have not run into a problem with it yet. It has GTX 1060 6GB video card, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and i5 7500K processor. And it's in a beautiful 750D Airflow Edition case from Corsair. Logan, should we tell them about the problem we were running into with the power supply?
This was just retarded. So, anyways, we have the computer. Everything's, connected. Go to turn it on. It makes this weird fucking noise. No fans are spinning. But LEDs on the motherboard and everything are showing. And then eventually, I just cannot fucking figure it out. And I look at the CPU power cord. And on the side, it says PCIe. I'm like, fuck it. So I go and I plug in the CPU cord and it works. I'm just in a really bad mood because I was just about to yell at Luke for doing something.
I did not even do anything.
Yes, you did. You did something really... bear in mind, I'm in a bad mood, so this is at no fault to Luke. Well, it actually is. But me being mad at him right now is a fault to me for being upset with him over something so minor, all right? We got that, Luke? So I'm about to... in a very upset, I will be because I have a very upset tone, and I'm going to address a very, very minor complaint I have to you.
And just tell me already.
Luke, stop making fun of me. But why did you just have to cut me off, man?
Oh my fucking god, you do that to everybody all the time. Get over yourself.
Okay. Correction, not that. But you like finished the damn thing I was saying.
You're gonna be a. Oh my God, Logan, are you really gonna be a bitch just cause I finished your sentence?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault I'm in a bad mood. Everything's just going wrong. And I feel like the way I'm addressing this to him right now is
It's
sort of
wrong as well.
No, it's I know, but I think it's sort of rectifying the situation because it's helping me cool off. I'm just gonna drink this water right here.
Go here. Just think about punching Andy as hard as you can, knocking him out.
That makes me angry though, because it's like when I imagine myself doing that, I'm in like a fit of rage. I'm like, fuck this asshole, and I take him down.
Would you like to tell the people about your strained relationship with your stepfather?
I think everyone fucking knows. Well, I don't. Is this getting too personal?
It's your life. You get to decide whether or not it's personal.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about it.
All right, then you don't have to.
Can you just like cheer me up? I'm really sad.
All right. So Logan,
Yes.
do you like drama or no?
What do you mean?
Like, do you like drama? Like not being.
I like
in it, but watching it.
I like conflict. I like fighting. I'm a very art that is. I remember me and Luke one time were having a discussion, and I said that I have a huge problem in the way I treat people because I think I'm just a super I love conflict. I'm a very argumentative person, so actually I love drama. Love it.
All right, then you're not gonna like this. Remember okay. I'm just gonna call him N. You remember N and B? You remember that couple we were talking about before we started?
Yes.
Turns out they're gonna last till prom, sadly.
Why do you say that?
What part? Like, why I think it's gonna last till prom? Or
Yeah.
that I'm sad. Well, I
Both.
just
Give me
got
both.
done texting him, and he said it's going better now. I think we can last till prom. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I have no fault with either of them. It's just that they've been dating since like September, October, and we're coming on prom, and she has an issue with him holding her around her waist.
Yeah. Here's my problem. Is again this. Now in this particular situation, I know the girl. I don't really know the guy too well at all. Is this guy like sort of like beta?
No. Omega.
The fuck does that even mean?
Like it's both alpha. Well, he's beta, but he has his moments.
Okay. I definitely see that because
Wait.
what?
Actually, no. I keep on thinking of him in Nerdy Light, forgetting that he's actually ripped underneath all those baggy.
That doesn't
clothes.
mean anything because Benny B, the fucking Rubik's Cube kid, he's super ripped, but he's just a fucking loser. Anyways, here's my problem with the guy in the situation is that, I mean, he's already having doubts, and he's totally justified to have his doubts in this relationship, right? I honestly, with what I'm hearing, I do not see it lasting. I think what he needs to do, I think it's just unfair to her to keep it going.
That's right.
I honestly think that. It's funny trying to discuss this topic without giving out any personal information and names.
I mean, we could be assholes and just let it all.
We're not
Have
going to
loose
do that
lips.
because I don't want to have to deal with
I
any
like
shit.
both of them.
I don't know the guy really well. I know the girl.
Although I heavily disagree with her politics.
That's a totally separate issue.
Yes, I mean, not necessarily. She doesn't let him hold her around the waist.
That's
and
not a
she-
political issue though. This
think
just
about it. Feminist, third wave feminist. Think about it.
yeah.
Shit.
I think not being held around the waist by your boyfriend. I don't think that's a political issue. I think that's just. I
Okay,
don't
they're
fucking know.
they're separate, but they're also related. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. It's more of like a social, cultural thing. It's not political at
Yeah.
all.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I
Like
always
it's not
forget- I always
political in the slightest.
like,
Well, I think it was like Andrew Breitbart who said Breitbart, who said politics is downstream from culture. So they are intertwined. It's I believe I said this to someone before. I said like about this. I said that Donald Trump. I think he's perfect culturally speaking. I think socially he's and culturally everything conservatives need. Politically, he does. I'll give him a B. But if we're
like
gonna
sometimes he says stupid shit.
some
Like
fucking
keep the guns
banning
away.
bump stocks or taking the guns, no due process. Ugh, horseshit. But so yeah, politically speaking, I would go with a guy like Ted Cruz. Or I agree with what I said. I say Trump. I do think that Trump is perfect culturally.
What we need right now.
Perfect culturally. I don't think there's any.
Wait, Logan.
The reconnection's successful. I need to look at this. Is really pissing me off.
All right. Well, looks like we're gonna delay that one topic for now.
What?
The fire at Trump Tower kills 1 and injured 3 others. 3 or 4.
Wait a minute. Josh just said the stream's offline. Let me go check this out. This could not be going any worse. Unless, like, I got shot or something. I'm very pissed off right now.
It says it's live now. Oh, who is this? He who speaks.
I think Robbie might be joining.
Yeah, Robbie, you should be able to join with problem.
I just said yes, please. Oh my goodness gracious, Luke. I need to figure out what the hell's wrong with my OBS. We'll figure it out when we do the after show.
Yeah, the after show.
Which, okay, we're probably gonna be doing some GTA for the after show.
Yeah.
We've been playing that shit a lot, and it's really fucking fun.
Plus, some good conversations come up when it's like everybody in.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, Chocolate. It was briefly offline. Okay, that's good to hear. Again, guys, all of these technical issues I'm having will be resolved in post, but man, I want to know what the fuck is wrong. Because I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm
Are you at your
just
dad's?
fucking yeah.
Alright.
Damn it, I'm having
Usually your
goddamn
internet there is, like,
connection
perfect.
issues. What the hell is going on? Is someone just using like a retarded amount of bandwidth right now that I don't know about it? I don't know who's all home. I think it's just my stepbrother Alex, but like what the hell could he possibly be doing that would be causing this? I think it's him.
Live cameras on Pornhub. Maybe that is what is the problem.
Maybe he is streaming to Pornhub.
Oh, I was saying he was just watching, but yeah, that also makes sense. Because it takes more band. Yeah, you see me telling Caleb off.
No, because I cannot give less of a shit. Right now we're just waiting for Robbie to get on. I'm going to try to investigate my network issues.
Come on, Robbie, we need you.
I just told him that he can get on. I don't know. Looks like everything's going just fine.
Robbie, is that you?
Yeah, Mr. Hogan, what's up?
Howdy, how's it going?
It's
Before
glad
we-
it's glad to have something go right, cause oh my gosh, were some things pissing me off.
His stepbrother Alex is streaming to Pornhub, and it's taking up the bandwidth at Logan's house.
So before we get started, I'd like
Oh,
to congratulate my
fuck, I
dad
did
on
some
getting
wrong.
his first dub in
On what?
Fortnite.
You
Fortnite?
fucking play Fortnite with your dad?
No, I don't play Fortnite with my dad, but my dad does play Fortnite. And he got his first dub.
Oh, that's good to hear.
That takes an incredible amount of skill. So are you getting on GTA later with us when we do the after show?
If we could, I can't run GTA on my computer,
God
But-
damn. What?
but I will attend and be here.
Alright, thank you, Robbie, because right now this podcast is a shit show. because
Well,
of
here's the
Logan's bandwidth.
problem. It's I'm just having some fucking issues right now, and it's pissing me off.
That's what I said, Logan.
I know.
I mean, if you homeboys have a PS3 with GTA 5, we could all play on that, man.
I actually do. I actually do, but it's not with me.
Oh darn.
So close, Robbie.
Not with GTA 5 is the PC. With most things, PC is the way to go, but especially GTA 5. Oh my gosh, is it better on the PC?
I'm gonna see if I can, because I have a mouse. I'm gonna see if I can run it on my laptop because I have a 2 terabyte hard drive now that I just constantly have hooked up to it, so it might work.
Do you want to try and install GTA right now?
It'll take forever, but
True.
yeah, I'll get Steam on this boy, on the bad boy.
Hell yeah. So okay, here's something I want to hear about now that you're here. Tell me about Ruben Reviews, which is a name I suggested, by the way. I came up with this name.
Robbie is filling in for me temporarily.
All right, see you, Luke.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, who left?
Did Robbie leave?
God damn it, Robbie.
What the
you're
hell?
my-
Where'd he go? I just.
Now I feel bad if I go take a piss. Fuck it. Logan, you can rant on your own. Let's get over.
Where did? Okay. I'll just. I don't know. I'll just.
He's
Well,
back.
Robbie's back, but his mic's muted. Oh, is this a fucking train wreck? What's up, Robbie? Why are you back?
Okay,
Why'd you leave?
okay. So, Discord broke. Sorry. I'm not gonna do anything on my computer because it just like I opened up the internet browser and then it like went black screen on me. But anyway, so you want to know about Ruben Reviews?
Yes, I do.
So last night I was watching a movie with Val Kilmer and Christopher Walken and some other good gangster movie. You know, those good the people who are in good gangster movies. You know,
Yep.
it's called. It's got the dumbest name, but it's called Kill the Irishman. And it's about this guy named Dan Green. He was a Cleveland union racketeer turned gangster in the 60s and 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it takes place in Cleveland, and it has something to do with Irishness. And so I was,
Sorry, I have returned.
obviously, my
Don't care.
interests were piqued.
Yep.
So I watched the thing, and I'm like, this movie doesn't suck, but it does suck. Because, like, instead of using practical effects, I'm gonna spoil the opening part of the movie, but it
Ah, good
spoils
shit.
itself. So, have either of you ever seen Casino with Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that movie starts with Robert De Niro narrating, which is a sin. Movies should never narrate. But he walks out to his car, and he turns the ignition, and then a car bomb goes off.
Okay.
That's how the movie starts. And it's got Robert De Niro flying through the air with, like, credits. But with this movie, Kill the Irishman, it starts off with Dan Green driving down some road, listening to the radio, then a car bomb goes off, but it gives away what happens because it's like he lives. But like when the bomb goes off in the Scorsese film, the Casino, it's practical effects and like the gas bomb actually goes off in a car, and it
Oh,
looks
shit.
good. Whereas with Kill the Irishman, it's crappy visual effects, and
Yeah.
it was just bad. It wasn't a bad movie, but like they tried to wedge in a romance subplot,
Oh, that's the fucking worst.
and then the dude playing Dan Green, a native Clevelander. There's a point. I wrote it. This is when I started my notes on the whole thing. It was like at an hour and 3 minutes and 34 seconds, almost exactly. He asks if his girlfriend has soda. Soda.
Oh yeah, soda. Isn't that a southern thing to say?
No, the southern thing is to call it Coke. Soda's the thing they call in the commie state of New. They call it in the commie states of New England and New York in that area.
Mm.
Freaking commie.
You see, I would have never noticed anything wrong with that.
What's wrong with you?
Because I say soda.
You have issues with your head.
Robbie,
No
you
one's
don't
denying
point out
that.
the obvious.
No one's denying that.
Okay, well, what did you just say, Luke?
I said, Robbie, there's no point in stating the obvious here. We all know he's mentally challenged. I mean, everybody in this live chat right now is mentally challenged in one way or another.
I'm not. If
Bullshit.
anything, I have. Okay, I might have Asperger's.
Yeah, you do. You fucking do.
False. Fake news.
Some
I know
CNN
Meech
shit right
does.
there. Yeah, that's a given. It's actually true. I remember one
Mike-
time Meech was like, I have a high functioning form of Asperger's. That's my illness. It's like, thank you for letting me know. He's hilarious.
Robbie, are you're interested in like specific topics, right? Like it's an all-absorbing thing, right?
What do you mean?
Like you focus like on Irish history a lot. Like, is that the only thing you'll focus on, given other stuff like music? Or
No,
jazz, specific like time period.
if I could have my way, I would totally love to teach Irish history. But
Well, that's a given.
being in America, I don't see that happening.
All right, dudes. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the after show. I'll try. Actually, Luke,
What?
can you stream it?
I don't know. Like, I have never worked with OBS before, so I would not know what I would be doing.
Well, let's try that because I'm having so many fucking issues right now. It's pissing me off. And Luke does
Alright,
have
well, I
better
have to
bandwidth than
download
me.
I have to download OBS. And that's
All right,
what I'm doing
so here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna end the podcast right now. Wait to see if we have a after show or not. I'll let Robbie end it. Actually, Robbie, do you have any final words of wisdom?
Hold on, wait, am I talking?
Yes.
Okay. Subscribe to Ruben Reviews on YouTube. I'm still working on script for my review, but it'll be up eventually.
Nice. All right, I'm
Think
fuck-
with your mind.
I'm fucking
But
ending
love
this
with your
shit.
heart. Use your head for everything else.